My name is Jackie Carr. I'm married to Dan. He is a pastor at Community Baptist Church in Slidell, and we currently live in Gulfport, Mississippi, which is a 35-minute commute. I love being in the ministry. My husband and I have been in the ministry for the 17 years that we've been married. We're both preachers' kids. I grew up on the mission field some of the time, and then the other part of the time I was a pastor's kid, and my husband and I are both from the same town, and then we just reconnected. Families already knew each other. An amazing story of what God can do. But I want to share just a little encouragement with you today. If you are a Christian for any amount of time, I know you need those times of encouragement to just keep on, to not quit, just to be sober, to be vigilant, to be fierce sometimes, to be courageous, fearless, all the things, right? Well, I love this verse in 1 Timothy 5:6. He says, "Therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober." And in verse 8, he continues to say, "Let us who are of the day be sober, putting on the breastplate of faith and love, and for an helmet, the hope of salvation." And then he goes on to say in the chapter that we should edify one another. So one of the ways that we can continue to encourage ourselves is to be an encouragement to others. And when we feel discouraged, it's just, you don't feel like encouraging anyone. But a lot of the times the Christian life is all about faith. We must encourage each other. And that is part of that breastplate that we are supposed to be, that protects our hearts. It keeps us going and keeps us going in that race. So the first thing to keep yourself encouraged is just to be an encouragement to other people. Look for ways to compliment others, to strengthen others, to just give that encouraging word or that smile. Even if you're shy, you can still smile at people and encourage them. And then the second thing, in the beginning of that verse, 1 Thessalonians 5:6, he says, "Therefore, let us not sleep." I don't think he means you're not supposed to sleep, because God made us to need rest, right? But I think he is going on to say in conclusion with the word sober. We should be not sleeping as somebody who is complacent, somebody who's lost their vision, somebody who's lost their passion and their eagerness for Christ. We should be awake. We know that the Lord is going to return, and we're going to meet him in the air, and we're going to meet him with the dead in Christ shall rise first, right? And so we must be aware that our time is short. We have to have that mindset of eternity. Yes, our mindset for now, but for eternity, like doing what really matters in life. And that's going to help us stay encouraged to continue and keep going when we know our purpose is just bigger than today. Our purpose is just bigger than ourselves. It's more than just about ourselves. So I hope that encouraged you to keep going. And that's why I believe Titus says that the elder women should teach the younger women how to be sober, how to love their husbands, how to love their children. Sober is at the top of the list. So in conclusion, if we're going to finish our race, if we're going to fulfill God's purpose for our lives, we must be about edifying each other, lifting people up, encouraging them, not tearing them down. And we must be sober. We must realize that there's more than just today. There's more than just what our eyes can see. And God is so big. He can see the bigger picture. Sometimes we cannot. But that is why we must trust him, and we must just continue on, and we must have that eternal mindset.